that time of year again. That from BRCC. Buy a bag, give a bag. This November, when you buy a bag of Black Rifle Coffee, we'll give a bag of holiday roast to troops overseas because we believe in hug each other. Help us give back to the ones who give us freedom.
Service members of the United States, I think that they're underappreciated. I think they're undervalued.
Cabinet the troops, bad guy with BRCC.
Dottie loved superheroes. Everywhere he went, he was wearing his cape. I think he really believed he was a superhero. Dottie was born within an Navajo nation. He was very connected to his culture.
All right. I think we're live now. There's Mr. McStash and 9mm James. I'll be here in a few minutes watching a movie. Right on, James. Howdy, Mr. McStash. So tonight's live stream is kind of based on the same thing as last week. We're going to, hey, there's Dan. We're going to just talk about whatever, but we're also going to talk about Josie Abney and what happened to her, and any super chats from tonight will be donated to a charity that feeds hungry children in her honor. So I'm going to post a link out here in the chat group for anyone who wants to join in with the webcam and get in the stream. So anybody may be watching this later who didn't catch last weekend's stream, Josie Abney is a 10-year-old girl who was murdered by her parents in October of 2020. The police received a report of an unresponsive child. The deputy showed up on the scene and treated her immediately on the scene, took her to the hospital. She was so thin and weak that they couldn't even draw blood from her. Her blood sugar count was 10, and she passed away within a few hours. And the police went back and investigated the home, wrote a probable cause statement, and within a few days, the parents were arrested and charged with neglect of a child leading to their death, which is essentially murder. So they're still in jail. And a fundraiser that happens on January 1st is called the Frosty Balls Ride, put on by the A-Bait here in Missouri, and Freeman Road Riders usually joins in and helps, at least by participating and bringing riders in. And they've already decided this year the Frosty Balls Ride, all the proceeds will be donated to the backpack program in Salem, Missouri, where the little girl's from, which provides food to children who are hunger distressed, is I believe the word they used, on the weekends. So they take individually wrapped servings of food and things that are non-perishable, and they put them in a backpack and send that backpack home with the kid over the weekend so that they make sure they get enough nourishment and food. So that's the charity that the proceeds will go to. Again, that'll be donated in honor of Josie Abney, the little girl who was murdered by her parents. April will be in here in a minute. She had to take a smoke break. I got my first alcoholic beverage of the evening. It's been a long day. She kept me up till midnight playing Cards Against Humanity and drinking alcohol last night. I hope everybody's had a good Thanksgiving. Slide over here closer, honey, so they can see you. She's not a big fan of being on camera still. So I've got the screen over here for chats. 9mm James is going to be here in a minute. He's finishing the movie. Dan's in. Dan, you need to get in here. There's Holler Moto. We're going to add him to the stream. What's up, Jeremy?
What the hell? I'm all big and shit.
I hadn't seen you put anything in the chat. I've been watching the chat, trying to not miss any messages from anybody. And I looked over, and there you are waiting.
Yeah, I was in a bathroom.
I thought you had to work till 8 tonight, so I wasn't expecting you in this early.
No. I'm off on Friday nights. I don't work
Oh,
at
okay.
all.
Well, there's Anonymous. What's up, Anonymous Biker?
Hey, B, what's up, buddy?
Did you get you a beverage?
I got coffee for right now, but I got vodka in the refrigerator.
Well, drink whatever pleases you. April probably likes this split screen because then she gets to hide over on the side and she's cut out more.
I don't like the split screen. It makes me big.
Is that better? Shrink you down. Put you over here. I've only used StreamYard a little bit, so I'm still figuring out all these different screen setups we can do.
Right. It gives you so many different options. So
I've been on the receiving end, but I haven't been on the controlling end much. This
Right.
Stream I did Monday night was the first time I used StreamYard to put one on. So
that's the good one. I like that one.
I played with, I think it's OBS a little bit, but
Yeah.
I think that may have more features, but it's going to take a little more time to learn. It's not quite so plug and play.
Yeah, it's I'm not a huge fan of OBS, but I mean, it for what it is, it's really good.
All right, I think we've got Mr. Dan we're going to bring in here. So we're going to switch up. What's up, Dan?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Well, no, buddy.
Finally,
I seen you got new hubcaps.
much, man. I've been trying to figure this out.
Dan put a video up tonight. He put new hubcaps on the trike.
Oh yeah, those he put those strikers or whatever they're called, Karaokins.
Yeah. I know they were from Kuryakin.
Yeah. Oh, Karaokins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
know they were-
mute yourself. Yeah. Mute your YouTube.
Bar hopping tonight, huh, Anonymous? Hey, Greg.
Yeah, there's a big delay between StreamYard and YouTube. That's something you got to get used to.
Yeah, I mute the YouTube and I just watch the chats on the YouTube side, and I
Right.
watch StreamYard to stay real time with whoever else I'm talking to.
Yeah.
Got 80 miles in today, huh?
It must be nice.
I probably could have got some miles in today, but I worked in the shop, got some stuff done up there, and worked on a video a little bit. I wasn't feeling all too motivated today after somebody kept me up playing Cards of Humanity until 12 o'clock on Thanksgiving. But it seems to be our tradition these days.
Yeah. I just I kind of chilled out all day. I did a bunch of work around the house, and then I almost ordered a back tire for the Harley today. And then I seen the new price of them, and I was like, man, I wonder how much longer I can get out of that back tire, because I don't want to pay that kind of money for a back tire.
Yeah, I've got a buddy who has his independent bike shop, and he treats me right on tires. I've been running the American Elites and from Dunlop, so he
Yeah.
usually gives me a good deal. I can't say what my price is because then he'll get in trouble because somebody else will come into his shop expecting the same price.
Right. Yeah, I got away from Dunlop. I've been running Michelin Commander 2s.
Yeah, I've been real happy with the American Elites. I think people are getting more miles out of the Commander. I think they're maybe a hair harder. I don't know.
They're pretty sticky and hard tire. Like that back tire I've got on there now, I've had it for 2 seasons, and with all the drag racing and everything I do, they actually hold up pretty good with all the burnouts I've done with it.
Dan, turn the mute all the windows except StreamYard, and that'll stop that triple talking thing. And you might want to check in the cam settings. I believe when you check cam and mic, there's a button under the audio about echo cancellation. I always turn that on also.
Yeah, just just simply just mute your YouTube like this. If you're watching the stream, just go down and mute it. Mr. McStash, you are right. Harley Davidson Dunlops are junk.
Yeah, the factory tires are bad. There's lots of complaints I've seen about them splitting, separating at where the compound changes from the center to the side.
Yeah.
Hey, Outback.
Outback.
Yeah, the Donry one did a video complaining about the Dunlops, but they put Denny Harley Davidson's where he goes, but they put the factory Dunlop OEM tire on for the second tire, and had problems with it again instead of switching to something like the American Elite. And
right.
The guy that works on my bike was, as soon as that factory tire wears out, switch to the American Elite. Get off that factory OEM tire.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Now I don't hear the triple talking over now.
Good, you got it.
Yeah, figured it out.
We're going to get Dan into the 21st century.
Sooner or later.
3 times and you holler moto 3 times all at the same time. Now it's buffering.
Dunlop dealer told him different rubber combo due to HD specs.
I got Dunlop KT26S sneakers.
I had to switch to New Balance sneakers. Can't be buying Nike sneakers no more. We have different political opinions.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I mean, real sneakers. Better than Avon. Does anybody here ever run Continental? Do they still make tires for motorcycles?
I ran Continental on my old Super Glide, and I hated it. I couldn't stand them.
I had a friend, it was 20 years ago. He was a tester for Continental. So he got free tires, and, they wanted to see how fast he could wear them out. But he rode a lot of miles. He was retired. He rode, I don't know, he's probably got 1 million miles on bikes. He switched to Gold Wings here the last 20 years because he needs something with more protection. He's up in his upper 70s or almost 80 something now. Yeah, and Charlie, the guy I was talking about, he like I said, he was a tester, and I mean, he was in his early days, he was a flat track racer, so he'd take a tour bike and he'd lay it into the corners in the rain until the freaking side floorboards would be scraping in the rain.
Yeah. That's about the same with these Michelin Commander 2s. They're ridiculously sticky. Even in the rain, I'll always run them. Nobody will ever change my mind again.
Yeah. Rubber inhalation. That's a shame, buddy. Mr. Outback Outlaws lost a friend to rubber inhalation after testing tires by smoking them. See, Dunlop, I use a tire a year. Michelin is on year 2. I get about 12,000 to a rear, about 22,000 to a front.
Yeah.
I run about 9,000 a year on average. So I get about a season and a half out of them roughly.
Yeah. I say that's what I'm super impressed with mine, with all the burnouts I've done and all the miles I put on it. I honestly I really don't have to replace it. but I need to. They could probably go a couple more months.
Well, you're probably not going to put near as much miles on them the next couple months.
No, and my big deal is this winter. Like I told you before, after New Year's, I'm gonna rip apart most of the bike and put a bunch of new parts on it. So I figure out what the hell, just gonna put a tire on her while I'm here.
You got anything to say, honey? You're awful quiet tonight. She's gonna have to have a few more drinks before we get her loosened up. Don't think that Arby's cup stock. She's done tuned it up. Man, Dan's awful quiet tonight. He's got his head down at something.
I'm typing. My laptop keeps going in and out, buffering a lot, and I don't know why.
Well, the stream so far looks decent, at least in the StreamYard side.
Is your laptop running off of Wi-Fi or is it running off a hard line? That's why.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah, the Wi-Fi is why.
Do I have a running total of the money raised? Well, we raised, we had $295 in donations for the super chat last time, and the video's not raised more than $1 or $2. So I'd like for people to share that out, and then YouTube could pay some money to donate. But that's what we're setting at right now. And of course, YouTube, as you know, takes a cut of that. If I was a 10,000 subscriber channel, I could maybe get it set up as an actual fundraiser where they didn't take any fees, but I'm not big enough to get that done.
We're just little people.
Buffering like crazy on my end. For a little, that should still be here. Yeah. How can I join in on the webcam, or is it a no-go? Here, Greg, let me put a link in the chat again. I don't know how many people I can get in with the free version of StreamYard. But
You can get 6 people in.
all right. So there's 5mm James and Dan. 9mm. $5 from 9mm James. Said it was a rough night.
You gotta quit keeping him up late partying and playing games.
Yeah, I'm
It
blaming
was
you.
not my fault.
Really? I was with you and your family. So
What are you drinking, April?
From Haven.
for coconut water.
Coffee.
I decided it was time for a little hair of the dog. I've been taking it easy all day, but thank you guys for the donation. And like I said, that puts over $300 donated. Of course, YouTube takes their little cut out of all that, but everything helps. And I'm hoping, some people will. Every week I'm going to reshare that video on social media, and I'm hoping it'll take off and people will share the shit out of it. And maybe I can get some ad revenue from that.
Right.
So we're going to get Greg in the stream here. People will share the shit out of it. There's Greg. Maybe I can get some ad revenue from that. Greg, I think you have audio running on the YouTube in the background.
Yeah, mute your.
Can you hear me yet or no?
Yeah.
I can hear, but I hear like a background. You have the live page with the audio on. If you do, mute it. I can hear like a
Want me to make you a sandwich?
Yes, dear.
Okay, I use white meat. What do you want?
Hold on, guys.
Okay.
However you make it. I'm 5,000 people.
Okay.
Organized PayPal, you can't get their cut. Yeah, that's another way. Then I'll probably see if I can't get a PayPal link in. People can donate that way, and then it's just a 3% for the PayPal's cut. Did you get the audio figured out, Greg?
I'm working on it.
All right. Yeah, you can either mute the YouTube page or just turn the volume all the way down, and that should stop that echoing.
How's that? I'm working on it.
All right. Yeah, you can either mute the YouTube page or just turn the volume all the way down.
No, it's still there.
echoing.
Just mute the YouTube part. Just mute it altogether.
That better?
That's it. Yeah. Dan backed out of the stream. He's having buffering issues. So
Hey,
Dan's
Dan,
out
just
for
for
now.
Dan, just for shits and giggles, restart your laptop and just see if that works.
So how's Greg tonight?
Dan, just for shits and giggles, restart your laptop. Hey, Greg, you still need to mute the YouTube. Just go to that, like, if you're watching where the side chat is, just mute the stream. Restart your laptop. Hey, Greg, you still need to mute. If you're watching where the side chat is, just mute the stream.
I think it got quieter.
That got quieter.
But I think Greg might have muted himself.
That he did.
Greg?
I think he's still looking at StreamYard side. I don't think he's looking at YouTube side.
He muted StreamYard. I'm going to unmute his mic. Can't unmute it because they choose to mute themselves. So there he's back.
How's that? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Can't unmute it because they choose to mute themselves. There he's back. Greg, do you have the live stream page up also? Besides the StreamYard? Greg, do you have the live stream page up also?
Yes.
Okay. Mute the volume on the YouTube video, and you should not get that echo. And you should be able to hear us through StreamYard only. Then we won't get the echo. On the YouTube video, and you should not get that echo. You should be able to hear us through StreamYard only. We won't get the echo. Yes, muted himself. Yes. Echo, echo, echo. We're working on that. Yeah, don't say echo in here because my damn dot's going off.
Echo, play Eye of the Tiger.
Echo, play fart sounds.
Okay, here's Fart Sounds. Welcome to Fart Sounds. So how can I help?
Never mind, Echo. Never mind. So we've got the Echo in here making fart sounds for us.
Yeah.
That ought to be popular on a live stream. So I know we got Outlaw, Dan. I don't know if Anonymous and Mr. McStash are still with us, but I'm sure James is in here. That's one thing I wish you could kind of see who all was there without them chatting, but you're good with the farts? Yeah, I've seen your fart share detective videos, brother. You probably have more fart sound effects than Amazon does. You ever guys watched his fart share detective parody videos?
I actually just started watching them. I hadn't watched them, and then we were in that live stream a couple weeks ago, and I started watching them because he was kind of explaining them to me.
So, Greg, you've got the WLC, right? He's got himself muted again. C, right?
Yes, I do, Mike.
Yeah.
No, I just unmuted. I'm trying to work out the echo thing. We got like a 3-second delay.
Yeah, what I tell everybody is just pay attention to the StreamYard and mute the YouTube and let it run off to the side or minimize it or something. You can watch the comments in the StreamYard, so you can kind of just watch that window and not use the YouTube window at all. You can
Wave.
watch the comments
Thousands of people.
StreamYard, so you can kind of just watch that window. Yeah, April made me look up to see what that WLC was. What it was. She's not that familiar with bikes. The other night.
Yeah, I made it a civilian bike, and
she was getting into Harley porn on the web after I showed her the WLC. You get into Harley going on the web after I showed you the video. From where Fart Chair lives, you have to entertain yourself. Mr. McStash, did you ever get a deer? If you didn't, there's one up the road, but it's probably getting a little rank. It's been out there all day dead in the ditch.
Out there for more than a day.
The one up here by the S curves.
Yes.
Turkey sandwich.
Turkey sandwich. I had enough turkey yesterday. I'm going to take a day off. We had roast beast. PSP Tommy is in the house. Hello, everybody. Is April going to sing tonight? You know, should we tell them what you were doing last night?
Oh, was she singing last night?
What was the name of that game?
Carpool karaoke.
Carpool karaoke. They were playing carpool karaoke at Thanksgiving. And she was singing.
How does it go?
What were you singing?
I can't.
What were
I
some
don't
of the
remember.
tunes you were singing?
I don't know.
Was there some Bon Jovi or
Yep.
Boston, Journey?
All
She won't sing for you, Tommy.
that. Just wait till I'm drunk one night.
What is carpooling? That's when your wife rides with you on the motorcycle, right? It's carpooling.
Sounds good to me.
Or girlfriend, whatever the case may be. Yeah, Tommy's trying to get her to sing. I love Bon Jovi and Boston. You bring her some moonshine, and you might get a chance of getting a live concert.
Is that what it takes? Moonshine?
Well, and she drinks other stuff, but we were drinking moonshine with Tommy G at
I wasn't. I was being an angel that weekend.
yeah.
I was.
We were at Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue. We all stayed at the same motel.
Right.
So it was me and Dan and Tommy G and the PA Bearded Biker and some friends of ours. And see, who else did we have there? Glide, Arkansas stayed at that motel. We had 4 or 5 YouTubers in one motel. Hey, what's up, Scouts?
Home
Scouts
beef
is going
came
to stream
down
here in about,
before that, right?
I think it's about an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, because my laptop overheated while I was in there with him. What's up, Tommy G?
We're getting pictures of the bike. Let's make that big. I think I can do that.
Oh, hold it back a little bit farther, Greg.
Yeah, I think it. There.
There.
Oh,
Nope.
your screen went out. We got a black screen, but we were getting it. But that's that. You can email me that. I can throw it up on the screen. We got a black screen. But Writing in the Ozarks at
Sorry.
gmail.com. You can email me that. I can throw it up on the screen.
Yeah, that's my that's
Writing in the Ozarks at gmail.com.
that's my WLC, and next to it is my buddy's WL2 that took Best of Show at the Harley Museum.
That's pretty nice. I got a friend here who used to have a custom bike shop in town, and he's got one that's somewhere in that age group, but I don't know exactly what it is. He doesn't hardly ride anymore. Kind of got burned out. He built choppers all the time, and he rides a little, but he doesn't hang out with anybody that rides hardly. He just rides when he feels like it by himself. I think he's afraid people ask him to help him fix bikes or build bikes, so he just decided to loan it more than anything.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. I get those days where I just want to ride alone.
Yeah, we went to Sturgis last year, and we went with a big group, and we had a safety vehicle with the trailer and everything else. And probably one of our most enjoyable parts of the trip was on the way back. Everybody else had to be back on Sunday night. They had to work Monday, and we had Monday off because Monday was actually my birthday, so we planned on having that day off anyway. So they all headed south out of Iowa toward Kansas City to come back into Missouri, and we went on across Iowa that Monday morning, and we hit Anamosa, or at that Sunday. It was Sunday. We hit Anamosa and went to the National Motorcycle Museum, did the little loop up there in the corner, so we hit 3 states in 5 minutes. And then we hammered down the river road back across Iowa and spent the night in Hannibal and rode in on Monday.
Right.
But it was us by ourselves, roads we'd never rode before, and we had no schedule. We didn't have to, get anywhere, just take it at our own pace and go any way we wanted. And it was just kind of nice not having to worry about anybody else in the group or anything else, and just do whatever we felt like. Didn't have to ask anybody else what they wanted for lunch. What's on the rack in the back, Halamoto? PSP asked. That's his crossbones.
That's my Harley, my crossbones.
Bloody spell check.
I haven't really
Changing
done.
the
Actually, clutch, oil, rear tire. Maybe change out the whole primary. Haven't decided yet. Primary case. But yeah, all the fluids, everything.
April's going to change all her fluids out this winter on her Dyna for the first time. She's not serviced it yet, so we're going to put it up on lift and let her change out her oil and transmission fluid and everything.
Yeah.
We'll video that. It'll be good for her channel. See her all greasy and messy. That should attract a lot of those dirty old men that like to watch the female motovloggers.
Like what we were talking about on Scouses earlier.
Yeah, I'm still here and stuff. I know you see me. I'm just trying to get rid of this echo stuff on my end.
The only thing else you might try, Greg, is in StreamYard under the mic settings, see if that echo cancellation's turned on. And the only other thing you should have to do is mute the YouTube stream in YouTube and listen to it through StreamYard. That's the only thing I ever turn on. That works for you, doesn't it, Hollermoto?
Actually, no. All I ever do is just mute YouTube. That's all I ever do.
Perverts are everywhere. Yeah, that's true. Put some headphones on. That's another option if you can't get anything else to work. But Tommy G asked what tire you'll put on, so he missed that conversation. We won't make him rewind the stream. You can tell him again.
I am putting the Michelin Commander 2 back on my bike. That's what I've used for the past 7 years, and it's always worked, so I'm going to keep using it. Yeah, we started off this thing with that conversation, Tommy.
Is this any better?
I think you got it.
Oh yeah, I have no echo. There's a 2-second delay, but no echo.
If you just watch it from the StreamYard side.
Thanks, Hollermoto. You gave me a tech tip. I went back to YouTube and muted that.
There you go.
Yeah, if you just watch it from the StreamYard side in real time, we'll all be in sync together. Yes, everybody else is hearing it 2 seconds after we say it.
Okay. Don't mind me eating my sandwich. I'm hungry.
That's okay.
You're drinking a beer instead of Jack Daniels right now, but Jack Daniels coming up.
I've got Jim Beam and Coke.
Nothing wrong with a bourbon, man.
And when I say Coke, I mean Coke, not Pepsi.
Attaboy.
Tommy G, drag racing it and doing all the burnouts. I think I got about 10,000 miles on that rear tire. If I didn't drag race it, I'd probably get a good 15 out of it.
That's not bad mileage on that tire, though. I go back and forth. Of course, my wife, now I'm getting older and stuff. I was always a big wheelie freak. And she'll smack the back of my head when I stand the bagger straight up and down.
I don't get the front end off the ground much on mine. I have occasionally got a couple inches out of it taken off with the fastener on the back, but I don't try and stick it straight up there.
No, as long
The
as
Ultra I got now, it's a 2010 Ultra. I bought a brand new back then and stuff. Yeah, I promise I keep it all stock. Lie. I mean, I exhaust the stuff, but none like that. But my 2005 went up to 96-inch. Harley actually did a bunch of head work for me. 585 cams. Oh yeah, you pound second gear. That bagger would come straight up if you had a fastener on it. She hated that bike.
We've got a friend, Bell. He had a bagger that had been like stage 4, and he got caught doing a wheelie by some magazine and ended up on the cover of a magazine. The bagger stood up at about, and not quite 12 o'clock, but just an hour shy. Close.
Yeah, that was me. About an hour shy, but yeah, it'd come up, but that's a big, heavy bike.
Yeah, he said he quit doing it because he got tired of having to rebuild the fork seals and stuff like that. It was hard on the front end coming down. It's so heavy, it's hard to bring it down easy.
Yeah, it's hard on the seals and the frame and stuff. My Sportsters, my Dynas, I lived them on one wheel. But now I'm getting older. I was like, no, don't do it no more. Because now, I got rotator cuff surgery. You can see here and this and that. I don't have the strength to handle on bikes anymore. Although I am interested into a Indian 1200 FTR. I have one of them to put around town.
I didn't get to ride the Indian FTR at the demo rides at Bike Fest, but next time I get a chance to, I am going to ride one of those. We went to the Springfield Mile flat track race last year together. Me and April did. Mm-hmm. And she really was excited about going to the races. She was also excited that there wasn't very many Harleys. She was kind of pissed off excited about that. But Indian really dominated that with that flat track with that FTR bike.
Yes, it did. And I mean, Harley has ruled that for a lot of years. I'm assuming you came to Springfield, Illinois.
Yeah.
Where I go down there. Yeah, I go down there and stuff like that. But that Indian FTR is just tore them tracks up for the last, 3 years?
Yeah, I don't know if I'll put a teaser in here. I'm going to do a video on this. But I haven't got it recorded yet. But did you guys see the article about Vance and Hines and Harley Davidson?
No.
Yeah, Harley Corporate has ended their race relationship with Vance and Hines. They will, due to budget reasons, they are not going to have any more.
Oh, yes, I did
race
that.
teams.
I did see that. Yeah.
Okay, now here's what's really funny about this deal is this week on Harley Davidson's YouTube channel, they put out a video promoting 50 years of winning racing.
Mm-hmm.
And the video goes up to 2017, and then they don't talk about anything after that because that's when Indians started kicking their ass. And now they've pulled the plug on racing, but they're still putting YouTube videos out. And it was a good video about the history of racing and all the flat track racers and how they dominated with that, 750 for 40 years and stuff. But they're going to put a video out and try and live off the fame of what they did for 40 years while at the same time they're pulling the plug on the racing program.
Right. Hey, Mike, while I got you here in Aller there, you know, Indians, granted, Polaris kind of saved them. You know, I am a Polaris, right? I got Polaris 4-wheeler, used to snowmobile, to Polaris, stuff like that. So great company, stuff like that. But they still say, oh, the first motorcycle, American motorcycle, 1901. Well, you know what? They went out of business in, what was that, 51? And you
Yeah,
never heard
they're
of them again until, what was that, 2001 or 2000 when somebody bought it and they put the S&S motors and that was junk. How can they actually say they've been in business since 2001?
well,
Probably started 2003, or I mean 1903, but they never lost a year.
right. Harley advertises they are the oldest continuously operating motorcycle manufacturer in the United States.
Yes.
Indian says they're the oldest company, but they were not continuously operating. And that's where the
Right.
trick gets in there. And yeah, it's like you say, it's a play on words, and they're trying to use it's marketing. You know, you just
I mean, the
you can't
brand
trust
name.
anything any company says is trying to sell you something. They say America's first motorcycle company. AB's an Indian guy. He's probably more knowledgeable on exactly how Indian promotes and prompts that stuff. And I rode the Scout, and so did April at Bike Fest, and she liked the Scout, and I enjoyed riding it. I kind of liked riding the Scout more than I did the Challenger. I rode the Challenger just to ride it because everybody's got to ride the Challenger and talk about it. But I'm not big on the fixed fairing. I'm not a Road Glide fan, so I wasn't a Challenger fan. But the Scout was fun for a little bike. It was really fun to ride.
Yeah, I haven't ridden none of them yet, and I just found out today, not just a little bit west of me, about 10 miles, 15 miles west of me, they opened an Indian dealer. Yeah, I told you before, I'm up here in the furthest northeastern corner of Illinois. You know, but yeah, I like the look of the. Well, I like the Chief and stuff like that, but they got that bobber. What's that bobber they got? Indian.
They have isn't it a Scout bobber?
The Scout bobber. That's a sharp looking bike. For I think they were listing it for like $12,000.
Yeah, we rode. I've got a video on the Scout we rode, and the one we picked to ride wasn't the bobber style. It actually had a little bitty fairing on it, and a set of bags and crash bars, and it was kind of set up like a little mini tour package. But for somebody like April that wants a saddlebag to be able to throw her purse in or an extra jacket, stuff like that, that's a nice little setup, and it's still a small, strong little bike.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy
April,
wants to know what size engine you got in the Crossbones, Holla.
April's awful quiet tonight.
Yeah, she ain't had enough to drink tonight yet. You like a place to put your purse? Well,
I have my pregnant little girl wants to say hi to April. Hi. This is my little teeny Boston Terrier. Expecting little puppies here in a couple weeks.
uh-oh.
Yeah. Buy me some more chrome for my Harley.
He has a man bag. Military biker. Fanny bag.
That's damn for my shoulder surgery.
Give April a puppy. April's got 2 dogs already. I don't think she wants any puppies.
Yeah. I get $2,000 a piece for those little Boston Terriers, purebred.
Yeah, I don't doubt. Was it Deluxe Chip? I think posted something on Instagram about he was looking to buy a cat. He was like willing to give $1,000 for a cat. I've never given $1,000 for any kind of pussy.
Yes, you did. You just don't know it.
You just haven't sat down and added it all up yet.
Yeah, I guess if you look at it that way, maybe. Not all at once.
Dad, you know what I'm saying?
Put your bags and your cleaning kit in there. We live in Missouri. It's open carry down here, Stevie, so we can just strap the AR-15 on our back and ride around open.
Yep. We get to
I
do
can't
whatever we
as long as I
want.
don't leave my yard. Once I leave my yard, it better be concealed.
Oh, not here. We get to leave our yard with it on us.
Yeah, they. I live, in a fairly small, right outside of a 15,000 city population, and everybody around here deer hunts and everything else. And we were at Academy Sports today to get something she wanted. I don't even know if anybody even knows, but I mean, their guy walking around, he just walked out of the store and he had a pistol on his side, open carry. Nobody thinks nothing about it around here. Walmart, Academy Sports, it's pretty common. So
Yeah,
That's the way it is when I go to Mississippi. All my family's in Mississippi and Alabama. I'm the last one to live up here, but this open carry stuff is like, well, man, I can't put my 9mm, open carry. I'm concealed down there with my license, but I can't show it like my cousins. They don't have a concealed carry license, but they got to show it. So it's like, all right.
well, see, but up here we can conceal carry or open carry, and we don't have to have a license for either.
Really?
Yeah.
We just
Where
passed
you at, Al?
constitutional carry. What, last year?
It was the beginning of last year we got it passed to where we can conceal carry with no license.
Where's that at?
Missouri.
Oh, Missouri, you can do both, huh?
Yeah. Now there are a few caveats to that concealed carry, constitutional carry. I think there are certain places you still cannot carry concealed, like into a government building or something like that, unless you have a permit. Now, if you have the permit, you can actually conceal carry in the Capitol building. But if they have a sign on the state representative's office doors that says no weapons or something like that, you have to honor it. You can't go in the
Right.
office.
My
But
Illinois
that's
conceal
Missouri.
says I can conceal in Missouri, even though you guys are open stuff like that. But same thing here. If they got it, and it's got to be the right side sign.
Right.
Any government building, police station, this and that. Sorry, April, I burped. But yeah, you can't carry in.
Yeah. AB's,
And I tell you what, there's been many times I've been in places I couldn't carry, but it's just natural having it. It's like wearing your belt. You forget it's there. I don't say. I get in the building, I'm like, shit, I got my guns. Like, I ain't saying nothing now. I ain't going back to the car. And I go in and out, and I'm fine.
Yeah, Dan mentioned that there's a couple of small towns in Missouri where you can't carry it all. And I think that's going to hold over until it goes to somebody disputes and takes it to court. But St. Roberts is one of those cities that it's next to a military base, and they say no concealed carry in the city limits.
Right. We discussed that your first live one you had a week ago there. Of course, I went on webcam, but it's like, yeah, they tell you every state has a law. Everybody thinks the state is wide open. No, every city is different and county.
Yeah.
I can carry everywhere in the state of Illinois, but I cannot take that gun into Chicago.
You guys all see Anonymous was talking about carrying a concealed weapon, but he keeps his gun on his hip.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Silly
talking trash. What's up, Jonesy?
Is there? Oh, wait a minute. Let me check. Oh, there. I just brought it up off to the side of my screen. I didn't know. I was like, hey, there's other people.
Yeah. They've been going at it in the chat a little bit.
Yeah, I just brought the chat room over there, and I didn't realize that. Now I do.
We've got Dan monitoring the chat, so he's a moderator, so he can kick anybody out that doesn't behave this time. I don't
Kick
have
'em
to-
all out.
You did it last week, mate. Dan the man. Let's say hello, everybody in the chat room. There's a few of you I recognize. The rest of them I don't. But
A lot of these guys in here in the chat room have channels. If you haven't checked them out, you might want to check them out.
Anonymous Biker, I follow him and stuff. Hello, Anonymous Biker.
The military biker, he's out of the Great White North of Canada there. So, and then
I see a
Outlaw.
lot of shows out of Canada and stuff. And I tell you, I mean, that's some tough stuffs up there they got against bikers and everything going on.
Yeah, Outback Outlaws in Australia. AB's, you're in, I think, Pennsylvania right now, he said, but you still residing out of the South, aren't you, AB?
Not much anonymous. You said, "What's up, Greg?" If you can hear me, I'm hanging in there, just like you are.
Yeah, we're. I mean, really, it's just hanging out and giving everybody a chance to
I
visit
usually
and
have
stuff.
my hair in this.
Splitting your time between LA and PA, huh? So I knew you were in that Louisiana area because I saw some videos where you were rolling through New Orleans and some of that. You mentioned, Greg, you had family in Mississippi. I lived in Memphis for 2 years and used to go to Mississippi a little bit for work, but I didn't spend a lot of time there. We'd go down to Tunica once in a while.
Yeah, I got my dad and stuff over in Iuka, and I was raised in a farm right over the border there in Alabama. But yeah, my dad, he still frequently. I was there 2 years ago. We're going to Tunica. Shit, it's been like damn near a week. It felt like in them damn casinos.
We don't usually spend that long. I can't afford to. So
Me
military
neither.
bikers is between PBR and Warsteiner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure I didn't say that right. Warsteiner.
Wersteiner or whatever, yeah.
The first live stream I ever did was with the military biker, and I stayed up way too late and drank way too much, and I got in trouble the next morning because I forgot my phone in the other room and I didn't answer it when someone tried to text me. So she come over and opened the door to find me passed out still. It's like, well, why didn't you answer your phone? I was like, I don't even know where my phone is.
Part of that story. What were you supposed to come over and do?
I think I was supposed to get up and come help you with something that morning, but I was hungover. Stevie, I still blame all that on you.
I learned a long time ago when you're doing live streams, it's not good to drink.
I told her that next time I do live stream and she makes me drink, she's got to make them weaker. She got me a little bit drunk last time.
Yeah,
I'm a lightweight. We drank. I drank 2/3 of a fifth last night, and then I started in on her alcohol because I didn't feel like getting up, going and getting more of my own.
I'll be right back.
Jonesy's in Illinois also, Greg.
I'm sorry, who is?
Jones's Rides.
Oh, yeah. I see him. Go, hold on. Excuse me. I'm sorry. Yeah, I see him on the live chat there.
Yeah, he's got a channel, and he's.
I need to look him up. Where you at, there, Jonesies?
Oh, thank you, Outback Outlaw just put some funds up. Thank you, sir. Like I said, we'll make sure that goes to the charity. Yeah, check Jonesy out. Jonesy, I was recording a video today and going over all the stickers. I finally put my sticker board up, and I know I've got a sticker from you, but I am not sure I ever mailed you one. Did I ever get you a sticker?
Yeah, I need to go on your site there and donate a little bit. Things are tight with me because I ain't working right now and stuff like that. But
yeah, I appreciate all the donations, but if money's tight and you need to save your money, you save your money. We're going to be doing this through the end of the month. The ride's not till January 1st, so you might want to just save your money. And if I can get a PayPal link set up or something to collect on, then YouTube won't get a cut of it.
If you could do that with a PayPal or something, so
yeah,
it's direct without YouTube getting or somebody else getting some, I'd like, every penny of my money go right to that.
I would like that too.
I don't mind if you get 2 or 3 cents of it because you're advertising, but if you donate $10 and it's deserved, splits by 3, the cause only gets 1/3 of it. I don't like that.
Right. That's why I think I'm gonna try and do what Outback said and put up a PayPal link or something so we can cut out some of YouTube's share of this. So Tommy says, I never got a sticker from April. Tommy, did you design April's sticker for her yet? We're still waiting. Henry, Illinois, north of Peoria is where Jonesy's at. And I owe Jonesy a sticker. YouTube takes approximately 30%, I think, isn't that right, Outback, on the super chats? So,
I mean, I know they got to make their money too. That's how this all keeps running stuff. But when it comes to charities, I can see on your sites and stuff like that. But when it comes to a charity, YouTube should donate 100% of that to that charity.
Well, they will, but you have to be 10,000 subscribers or bigger to do a charity fundraiser where they cover all the fees.
That's
They
what I'm
have
saying.
a
They're still
they have
making
a
a
fund
money.
they have a fundraiser mechanism, but my channel's not big enough to take advantage of that.
Right, and that's kind of BS because, I mean, 10,000 subscribers, that's a lot of subscribers. And
And you're trying to do something good. What should it matter?
especially today with everything going on and stuff like that, it's like, no, they should donate all that money to these charities.
Yeah, you can set up a charity if you're over 10,000 subs. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll get there in another year or two, but we're working on it. But
You're doing
yeah,
a fine job. I'm glad I came across you. I actually have been following you for quite a while just on YouTube, but when you had that first live thing and I came on, I haven't been sitting on the computer and I've been watching all your videos ever since, and I just like it. Just down to earth, true old school stuff, and
I appreciate it. Somehow, and Greg, I don't know how you see in that video. Greg commented on a video last night that I uploaded yesterday, but it's unlisted. It's not public yet. And somehow he saw it and commented on it. And I was like,
Mike,
how in the hell
I
is he
was
seeing
switching
an
back
unlisted
and-
video?
Well, Mike, you put on there about a Joshua, voting and stuff.
Yeah.
I couldn't get into it, so I went to your Facebook page, and I couldn't join it. But I was watching this and that, and it switched me back over to your videos, and then all of a sudden I had one updated today, and it was there. That's all I saw.
Yeah, that's really, like I said, strange. I haven't even put a thumbnail on that. I haven't finished the description stuff on it. I just had started the upload before I left to go for Thanksgiving dinner, and I hadn't been back to the computer all day, and suddenly I got comments on an unlisted video.
I thought your Moto whatever mic was just as good as the one with the Sony.
Yeah, I think so too. So
But it's always
get to see
different
that
when
video.
when you're in the studio, it's always different than when you're outside.
Yeah, that shop has a lot of echo.
That cheap $11 one you had, I can't remember what it was or whatever, stuff like that. There was a hissing noise through it.
Yeah,
I can hear that, But the
And
rest of
that's
them
Flint
are
mic.
clear.
they'll send it to PayPal. YouTube isn't getting 30 cents. All right, Tommy G, I'll get a PayPal link set up and people can donate through that.
Yeah, PayPal, I think, is one of the best ones. I think you get most of the money or all of it if it's a donation. Uh-oh, he's back.
Back. That doesn't look like coffee.
I'm out of coffee. I'm out of vodka.
Shit.
My life is not good right now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, things sound like they're getting tough.
Hey, do I need to make a Uber call to bring you something?
StreamYard has a facility to pay through as well. I'll have to look into that. I didn't know you could take payment through StreamYard in any way. Yeah, I wonder if you have to do the pay for version for that.
I have no idea.
You ever seen anybody take payment through StreamYard,
I knew
Jeremy?
all this, but
No, I have not.
Well, I'll look into it. I know if I do PayPal, the worst they'll take is 3% for credit card processing fees. So
and that's what PayPal is. It's always on the credit cards on your thing, but 3% ain't that bad. But
no,
don't know
I
what
can cover the
YouTube gets out of
3%.
it.
I
I mean, anything online is through a credit card or something. I mean, I can't. Hey, here's $10 bill. It don't fit through the screen.
yeah.
Well, I was
Tommy,
recording a video today.
Shine.
I got a PO box, and I was teasing in the video. I said you can send me stickers, poker chips, cash, checks. I take it all.
I'm really hoping to hook up with you guys next. Well, I'm down till probably April, but next spring or summer, hook up with you guys in Missouri and stuff. And I actually got I ain't bragging nothing like that. I haven't been there in years, but I actually have a little timeshare there in Branson.
But it's not bragging. It's Branson.
Well, it's not downtown, but it's on the outskirts. And last time I'm there, I took the bike down there. Shit, that was just a place to stay. I did all my riding down in Arkansas because it's like 13 miles, from Arkansas. I love Arkansas.
Is it in a Hollister area?
Yeah, somewhere in that area. Yeah, it's south of Branson there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Back in the
basically the
woods.
next exit past Branson. There's Hollister, and there's a bunch of timeshares there. That's actually, me and April stayed at a timeshare for a couple days there in between Bike Fest and Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue.
Because it was nice because I stayed there and stuff like that. Well, shit, I just take the bike and I can go down to Arkansas and stuff. I love it, Eureka Springs, because we all know that area. You're doing bikes and barbecue and stuff. And
Dan gets to ride down that area a little more than me. He's a little closer to that. He gets to run down there in a day. He's a little further south.
Tommy, I will take it.
Were you guys? I mean, there were so many people. Did you do Adam's Harley thing?
I did not do the. You talking about the Harley Parade in Paris, Texas?
Yeah, I did that.
Yeah, I didn't get to do that one.
I mean, I met so many people, YouTubers, there's this and that. I can't remember them all, stuff like that. I don't know if you did or not and stuff like that. I didn't make it this year for the anniversary because that's when I had this surgery. But I'll be back down there next week. I like that Oklahoma area with the mountains, because you're right there at Arkansas border stuff. I really like that.
Yeah, and Jonesy and me were talking one night. Highway 19 south out of Missouri, below I-44. He comes across Illinois and hits Highway 19 and rides all the way south on it. But I've rode all of it, but I prefer the stretch south of I-44 through the National Mark Twain Forest land and stuff. That's a really nice kind of scenic riding, kind of like what you get on the Pig Trail. That type of road.
Oh, yeah. 1 year I was down there, I did the Pig Trail. That's a nice ride. How far are you from Springfield? I got family in Springfield, Missouri.
I'm about 110 miles. Dan's about 60 miles. Aren't you, Dan, from Springfield? I know he's listening to us. Dan lives more that way.
Yeah.
Lebanon and Harley Davidson's kind of halfway between me and Dan.
And I'm like, what, 2.5 hours? 2.5 hours from Springfield, 2 hours from Springfield.
Yeah, because it's further west. You're probably faster to Springfield than you are to me.
Because I'm trying to think, what's that Harley dealer in Springfield? Because they got one in Branson. Denny's?
Yeah, Denny's is in Springfield.
Okay. Because they got one in Branson, too, on a barge, but that's just like clothing and stuff.
Yeah. Lebanon Harley Davidson is called Ozark Harley Davidson, and Dan's 28 miles from Springfield.
Oh, I got an awesome T-shirt from Ozark Harley Davidson there.
That's probably the dealership I go to the most.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be halfway between that dealership and Burbis Valley Harley Davidson, which is on the outskirts of St. Louis, but Burbis Valley closed up. So now I either got to go all the way into St. Louis or go to Lebanon. And I bought my bike actually from a dealership in St. Louis. And I used to work in St. Louis, but that all changed 3 years ago. And the dealership is turned over to new ownership. And I don't even go up there if I can help it. Since I don't have to work there no more, I stay the hell out of that town.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking about moving. Can't afford to live here in Illinois anymore and stuff. And those are my injuries and stuff like that. And I really like Arkansas. I'm thinking about living there. That'd be one of my places I want to retire at. But
Tell me
I
how
still
far.
got a few more years to do that. But I don't know.
Well, I'll tell you something to think about if you're really considered Arkansas, because a friend of mine retired there. They don't tax Social Security there. Missouri does.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And
So that's why a lot of
Tennessee,
people do retired Arkansas.
Eastern Tennessee and Eastern Kentucky, which I really like too, because I got family down there. So it's the same way. Tennessee, you go there, you pay your taxes 1 year. That first year you're there, and then they don't tax you no more.
Blue Springs is an outskirts of Kansas City, Tommy. That's
Yeah,
where Jeremy's at.
it's just a suburb of Kansas City.
Your Blue Springs is on the east side, though, right?
Yeah, I'm on the east side of Kansas City. 882 miles. So yeah, it's not that much difference from him driving to the Ozarks to driving to Blue Springs.
14 hours.
Bush Springs. I've never been there, but I've heard that name out there. Is that a real pretty ride area, or?
If you get, because I mean, hell, you go north, east, or south of Blue Springs, everything's really nice to ride. But down there in the Ozarks is the best place.
Yeah, if you go
I love the
south
Ozarks.
out of Blue Springs and head toward the lake, you probably get a little more hills and rolling road
Right.
kind of stuff there.
See, I've done the Ozarks and this and that, up in Missouri and stuff like that, and all through Arkansas. I've never been up in your neck of the woods up there and stuff, so I'm not quite sure how that is. And
Well, I've got a rally for Halamoto next year. What was the name of that little shit ass hole in the wall where we had our rally this year up there by Kansas City? The the state rally.
Was it the
Urich.
more-
Urich.
Oh,
South
you're
of Kansas City.
no, you're
I'll throw my tent on the back of my bike. You guys got a nice ride out there, and take a 3-4 day weekend. And
yeah, you're talking about Urich, Missouri.
Urich. Okay.
Yeah, that's about 45 minutes from me.
Okay. Well, Freedom of Road Riders has their state rally there. That's an adult only rally. We were there last year. We'll probably be there next year.
Yeah, a couple of my buddies, they go down there all the time. They've gone down there 2 years in a row. They sell a bunch of stuff down there.
yeah, that's cool. I mean, 45 minutes north of me is Milwaukee. 45 minutes south of me is Chicago. I go west and stay in the woods. I love Milwaukee, Wisconsin, as far as Biker Fest and parties. And of course, we got that Harley Davidson Museum and stuff. Which that one little picture I had on my phone, my buddy's World War II WLA. You didn't get a good picture of it. I helped him build that and stuff like that. Took first place over years and got best of show, which Willie G. Davison signed not the gas tank on the bike, but he gave us an extra gas tank. Him and his son signed it. That was a trophy. That was just awesome.
PSP asked if anyone got to go back to the reunion at K River for the Paris, Arkansas Harley Davidson, reunion thing.
I didn't make it this time because that's when I had my surgery on my shoulder that same weekend. But yes, next year definitely.
Yeah, I didn't go to K River this year. It's kind of a matter for us of we take a week and a half off for Bike Fest and Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue. And my current employer, I've been there less than 5 years, so I only get 3 weeks of vacation total, and I'm taking half of that in one trip. And then
That's pretty good. I've only been here 5 years. I've been here 21 years and only get 4 weeks. But no, I'll tell you what, Adams Campground is awesome for a biker area. I know when I was a kid and we go to these big campgrounds and they have a swimming pool, this and that and stuff like that. No, this is a true campground with a river and stuff. Just awesome, especially biker life or RVers. But bikers and stuff, I had the greatest time down there and the riding down there. Because I'm thinking Oklahoma, okay, flat land, tornadoes, and this and that. But that wasn't Oklahoma City and stuff. Down there's the mountains and stuff, just awesome riding, great time. And Adams Campground, they're just the people there and stuff. It just what you see on the video, if you ever watch Adams stuff like that, that's what they are there. It's just awesome.
well, I haven't got to go to K River yet, but that's not that far for us, really. We'd like to get there sometime, but
Let's do it next year.
if we can get enough vacation time, we're looking at a week off to go to this Motovlogger thing in Virginia they're wanting to do in June, and then we've got a week and a half for Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue and Bike Fest. So that only leaves me like 3 or 4 days of vacation time. I'm already
Well,
trying
that
to
Mike's
stockpile
Blues
it.
and Barbecue Fest, is that yours in Missouri or is that the one down there in Eureka Springs?
It's down in Eureka Springs, but they're a week apart. So we
Right,
go
you're
to
a
Bike
week
Fest.
apart, and it's almost about a 4-hour ride from Eureka to Adams Campground on through the mountain back roads.
We also, and this might be something that Jeremy would want to come check out. Dan's been to this before, but if COVID doesn't get in the way this year, we will have the Mid-America Freedom Rally in Buckhorn, Missouri on Memorial Day weekend. Me and
Ooh,
April are actually part of the committee that puts that on. That is another adult-only rally. You must be 18 to get in, period. You will see things you cannot unsee, so be prepared.
I used to go to the A-Bay rally out there in Kansas, so ain't nothing surprises me no more. I went there 5 years in a row.
Yeah, same kind of deal. This the Freedom Rally, you can bring a camper. But if you bring your camper, you have to bring it in and get it parked before noon on Friday. Because once they start rolling the bikes in, no campers come in and out.
Right.
Hey, Mike, was it you that did a video on that this past year?
I did. I think I might have done a little video, kind of
It
talking
was
about
you
it.
and I think somebody else at that thing. Yeah, it's an adult thing, and
Yeah, it's an adult only thing, and this year we had to cancel it because of COVID. But it was more of a financial thing that we didn't think we would make our money back if we had it. We'd lose money.
yeah, same thing here. Hey, you got to take care of yourself and your family first. So
Right. Well, the way the Freedom Rally operates is the money we make this year is the money we have to operate off next year. So if we have it and we lose money, then that means next year we can't have as good a rally. And with the way everything was this year, we didn't want to gamble $15,000 to find out we lost money and we only had $5,000 to put a rally on next year. We spend. I'm in charge of the entertainment, which means if you come to the rally and you don't like the band, keep it to your goddamn self. But the band budget is $14,000 between band and sound system for 3 days. So they put some serious money into it.
well, yeah. Guys, I'll be right back. I gotta go get another beer. I don't know how to turn my camera off.
That'll be all right.
All right.
Oh, I tell you what, you're on my full screen now, but nice looking garage or shop.
Thank you.
Yeah, I
Mine's
spent
more cluttered, but I know you got a refrigerator in the back. Attaboy. Be right back.
The rally at Buckhorn is just about like a Little Sturgis kind of deal. I've not been to Little Sturgis, but yeah, from what I've seen, they're very similar type environments.
I went to Little Sturgis once, and I mean it was fun, but not enough for me to go back.
No, I see that on YouTube.
I'd like to go once just to go. I want to go to Hog Rock. That's the thing with all these events and going to all these things. There's more than I got vacation time to do when we start trucking a week and a half out for 2 rallies. And then I've only got a week and a half for the whole rest of the year. And then like this year, we've got this Virginia Motovlog meetup thing. That's a week. Then I'm pretty much shot almost all my vacation time for the year to try and fit K River or something else in.
Okay. Yeah, he announced that
Well, send me some, Tommy. Damn.
you'll see the new guy.
Yeah, I was working on a video today. I finally got me a PO box so I can start advertising for sticker swaps and stuff like that.
Oh, hell, I don't do the PO box. I just use my damn address. I don't care.
Well, I've got kids, so I'm a little cautious about putting my address out there.
Oh hell, I got kids too, but it never bothered me. I know some people worry about it, some people don't. Kind of like some of these anonymous,
Thank you, Daddy.
these anonymous bikers that still cover their face.
I'm literally live.
Yeah, Greg went to get a beer, Tommy.
They like my dog.
April looked up real fast. Did you hear my phone when I plugged it in?
I heard something.
Oh,
I'm back.
my phone when I plug it in, it says "Thank you, Daddy." Let's see. I'll see if y'all can hear it.
Thank you, Daddy.
There you go.
I'm back, PSP, Tommy. I'm reading my chats now.
You know what that sounds like? Sounds like April needs a cigarette while she's going.
Oh, am I not supposed to drink and smoke on my live in my own home?
You guys smoke in your own home. She doesn't smoke in my house because I don't smoke. So she won't smoke in my house. Even if
I'm trying to quit these damn things.
I quit 20 years ago.
Attaboy.
But she
I
goes
can
out to the
buy a
garage.
new Cadillac for what me and my wife spend in fucking cigarettes. Oh, I'm sorry, frickin'.
You're all right. So yeah, April's the keeper. That's for sure.
So is that you got a Crossbones? Is that what you got there?
Yeah.
Man, that thing's sweet. I want because I got some old school bikes and stuff like that. I really want to get a Heritage Springer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I had a great deal on a Springer, just a regular Springer. 2002 or whatever. So I should have bought it, but no, I want the Heritage because they're getting 12, 13, 14 grand for a 2000 Heritage Springer.
Well, yeah, you can't find them anymore.
You can't find them this and that because it looks like my buddy John's that we build, the old 40 styles, flatheads and stuff with the springers and stuff, the big fenders and stuff, and they're a blast to ride, but they ain't got no power. But
no, that is not a turbo, not yet. That's actually that's my race breather I had to put on there for drag racing because with everything I've got in that damn engine, that thing has to breathe.
Hey, you see me squatting down. Yeah, I'm looking at your picture on there. Okay.
It's got a whole bunch of power to it. That motor stock is like 78 horsepower and like I don't know, I think it was 86 foot-pounds of torque.
What year is it?
2008.
So was it a 103 or?
Oh fuck! I wouldn't have one of them pile of shit. Hell no! It's
I'm talking about stock. I'm talking about stock.
No, it's 96.
96. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm pushing over 100 horsepower and over 115 foot-pounds of torque now.
Attaboy. That's what I like to hear.
Now that my personal opinion, that right there is the best engine Harley Davidson ever made.
The twin cam?
Oh yeah, the 96.
I like my twin cams. I was always an Evo guy. I mean, Evos, they're very slow and low compression and stuff like that. But I tell you what, I built the living shit out of some Evos.
Yeah, I've never been an Evo fan, and I've seen them blow up.
A big cam, Dyno King and stuff like that, designed his own cam that I can't think of the name of the company. You can buy that cam on there, but just huge horsepower. I like my twin cams.
I've got a 94 Dyna Lowrider Evo that's stage one's all it is right now, but I bought parts for it to, some cams and roller rockers and things like that back in 2001. And right after I bought the parts for it, I let a friend of mine ride it to a safety course and he wrecked it. And it's been sitting ever since because that was right after my youngest child was born and just never fixed it. And so it's on the agenda to start getting some love this winter. We're going to start working on that together. Me and April are putting it back together. And I'll probably get it running first and see how the engine is and how many gaskets are leaking. If I have to tear the engine apart, then I'm going to start putting all those performance parts in it.
Right.
You actually mentioned that in the last video I watched, just stuff like that. Because all my, except for this Ultra I got now, like I said, probably as a wife, I keep it stock, but so. But all my other twin cams, I recammed them, but I went gear drive, get rid of the chains. It's got that little whine, like a turbo whine to it, but it's all, I went gear drive on every one of them with the 585 or the 620 cams or the 480s, which was low torque cam and stuff like that. But I went with strictly a gear drive. Got rid of the chain and stuff.
So we'll talk about a different kind of Springer. Anybody in here ever seen a Super X?
No.
So who makes the Super
What?
X?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Do you remember when they brought the Henderson Excelsior back for a few years?
No.
So
Can't
I think it was late 90s. They brought back the Henderson Excelsior motorcycle for 3 or 4 years. It was a new engine design and everything else. And one model was called the Super X. And my dad owns one. And it's been parked in a buddy's shop for the last 5 years. And he wants me to get it and bring it over to my shop. So it's
What
probably
year are you talking there, Mike?
It'll probably show up in a video pretty soon.
What year was that?
I'm going to look it up. I want to say I think his is a 1999. Now, I'll look and see if I can find on Wikipedia when they actually reopened. But
Right.
I'll show you a picture of one from a magazine here. I can share this out. I'll share my screen.
Because there's been a few people bringing back old manufacturers ever since Indian got back into it. Remember back in the 90s, of course, it was just an S&S motor stuff and huge electrical problem stuff. But
Yeah, so this was a 1999 to 2000 Excelsior Henderson Super X. And look at the Springer on the front end of that thing.
yeah, it looks like a soft tail with a whole different Springer front end, like the Henderson said.
Yeah.
Old Indians had that leaf spring, but that doesn't have leaf spring. But
Yeah. So that's a Super X. I think my dad's is a 1999. Yeah, these guys brought these back, and that engine at the time was actually designed to be more modern. I think it has an alternator or something, things like that. Fuel injection for like in the late 90s. They were trying to be kind of cutting edge.
those are some really big jugs on that thing.
yeah, those
Yeah.
things are huge.
It is I don't like riding it. I rode it, and it is
I mean,
very
it looks
top heavy.
if you took one cylinder, kind of looks like a Honda Rebel cylinder or something like that, and they put two of them together. They're just huge. Hey, how we get that screen?
He fixed it.
Yeah, all I did was I took the bike off, and that's what it jumped to. So we'll leave it. I'm still learning how to do all this.
Me too.
Yeah, Henderson was the
I want to
third
set my
largest
computer
American
on the
motorcycle
garage.
company
I'd be
when it went
like-
out of business in
I want to be
1930.
like Howler, sit in my damn garage.
So we may end up having that thing on the channel a little bit if I can get it running too.
I don't know why other channels can't have a live webcam and this and that. It's like Owens want me, I got to donate a bunch of money to and stuff, which I don't mind if it goes somewhere, but
Go put it in that bin. My daughter's cat is like headbutting the door, wanting attention. April's going to go give it some attention it's not going to like.
yeah, I got my little girl Boston here up in my lap. She just jumped up here. She's like, what
Yeah,
you
the
doing,
thing with
Dad?
live streams and different channels on that is they don't get a lot of watch time after you have them. So some channels don't do them, some do. I've not done too many. I've been in some. The other thing is just sometimes it's hard to, you keep things on topic when you have different
Right.
people in them. And if you're trying to do a
Well,
specific
I'm big
topic,
in some other channels and stuff like that, and I should be live on one tonight, which I've been there for years, and I'm good friend. I'm not going to mention any names or channels, but I just didn't have the money to give to them right now, just to do once a month live,
Right.
meeting of special people. So I was like, hey, if this is once a month and stuff, I like this. Just sit around, chit chat, BS, and get to meet some people.
Yeah, we both have kids and different custody. We've got it kind of worked out right now that we get every other weekend for us, and so we probably won't do this but a couple times a month. But we'll try and maybe do it a couple times a month, and we may come January start having more planned topics of like, oh, let's talk about this or that, whether it's rallies or meetups or events or something.
Because when I get this stuff like that, that makes me want to, hey, when we shut down stuff, I want to donate a little, money to your channel or to your charities and stuff. More than just, hey, donate money, give me all this money, and then you can come on. I like this, And
Oh shit, yeah. Is Dad and Matt doing the birthday thing tonight?
I didn't hear from him, so I don't know. He never got back to me about if his wife was planning something for him or not. So I just kicked the stream off and figured if he could make it, he would try and hop in.
he's probably at Walmart for Black Friday deals.
He's in Europe, so I'm
got
not
a
sure when he
grin and a
goes for
smile
Black
at
Friday.
April. April actually laughed at her. I actually went to Walmart today, April.
Me too.
The reason I went, besides milk and stuff like that, was an extension cord to move my camera before you couldn't see me to the middle of my screen.
Dan, what are you talking about? Unsubscribe me and go subscribe to Holler Moto. They can subscribe to Holler Moto without unsubscribing you.
Yeah, they can do both of us, buddy. They can do both.
There's nobody unsubscribing from you, Dan. You're always pushing everybody else, and you never pushing yourself. Somebody's gonna have to push you. I try to admit shit every chance I get.
Right here.
Yeah. I mean, he's right though. Everybody go subscribe to me. I'm at 693. I'm almost at 700.
Twilight.
I subscribe to both of y'all. I'm thinking we might do a like Jeremy, maybe we can get Chopper Fett involved, but maybe once a month do a Missouri Motovloggers meet up online and just hang out, pick a topic we all want to talk about or have input on. So.
Oh yeah, that'd be fine. I mean, I could put it on, he could put it on, you could put it on. We could all just kind of flip it back and forth.
Yeah. We're all in the same area, so it'll also, when we get a chance to do stuff live together, in person.
Well, I mean, we can't
collaborate
really
on videos and stuff.
We can't really call it Missouri because he lives in that horrible place called Kansas.
He does, but he's not so far away that he can't come to the dark side.
That's true. I mean, he's only about 40 minutes from me.
Been to Kansas twice, and I don't know.
It sucks.
The first time I was there, I flew out there to one of my daughter's bowling tournaments in college, and they had these signs up, like billboard signs. They were having a big ass welcome to tornado party. They're actually having a big ass party for welcome tornadoes or something like that. I'm like, really?
That's kind of how we do it. We're right in the middle of Tornado Alley, so I mean,
right.
Everybody
they pick up steam coming across Kansas and hit Missouri because there's nothing in Kansas to stop them.
Right? Yeah.
Right. Not in a telephone pole.
Yeah, that's why we get them so bad here. But I mean, yeah, we usually just get out the barbecue grills and have a good time when the tornadoes run through.
And the party was week. The party was the weekend after I was there. I was like, I kind of wanted to go back to see what kind of party that is. I thought it was a good time.
We had a tornado warning here 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Mike.
It's me and you.
Yeah, Mike, because that came up this way. We actually here in Northern Illinois went from a watch and went to a warning. Sirens went off and stuff. That was about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, we had friends coming back from Lake of the Ozarks, and they actually had some damage up there at Lake of the Ozarks.
Damn.
We heard of Great Northern Brewing Company. He's asking Outlaw.
Hey, do you guys, I know all dealers and areas, stuff like that. Is there any like small local clubs that have Toys for Tots? I have one biker club here, won't mention the name. It's not 1% or like that, but for 45 years, we have a real good Toys for Tots party. I'm not sure what they're doing, but it's just a big party with like 8 bands. The Marine Corps come in. It's just huge and stuff, and it's just joyful.
Mhm.
And other clubs actually come to that and stuff like that. But
Well, I don't know of any clubs here in my area that put on a Toy for Tots.
mhm.
We might have been hanging out at a clubhouse. Was that was 2 weeks ago on a Friday night? They were a support club, and they were having a birthday party for two members that have birthdays this month. So they were having a combined birthday party, and they have, well, shall we say, live entertainment, but it's not a band. So we were up there for a good bit, and but we do a toy run, which I did a video on it last year, and I will be doing a video on it eventually. But I went live at it this year, and it's I think this year was the 19th annual George Lipscomb Memorial Toy Run, and we had over 350 bikes show up. Now, they didn't take toys this year because of the COVID thing. It was a cash donation only because they couldn't have to mess with trying to sanitize gifts and toys and all that shit. So,
Right.
But yeah, it was a really beautiful day. It was like 70 degrees. We had a really good turnout.
That's Baca's the one that does the toys runs up here too.
I mean, there's a lot of runs around here, and stores and stuff, and even in town here, Toys for Tots, stuff like that. But as far as one of our little clubs runner, been doing since 1975. I mean, it's just huge every year. I don't care what the weather is, huge turnout. You just go there. If it's rideable, you ride. It's not a ride, but you just show this, and they pick out a big old place, and they got the bands and this and that, and some other clubs show up. Never no issues, no problems. The Marines are there and stuff, and it's from noon till midnight. It's always the second Saturday of December, if I remember right. So it's coming up. But even I got to check, see, because of this COVID stuff, I don't know if they're having it this year. I got to check into that. But it's just a great time, great people, great bikers, people, even people that ain't bikers show up and get to join this and that. And the funny thing is, we get the Marines, they stand there, and it's usually the young Marines just enlist and stuff. Usually about 10, 11 o'clock at night, we get them on the floor dancing and drinking and and partying, But it's a good time, and it's just joyful because it's either bring a toy, $10 or more, or you put $10 at the door. And you can't believe how much toys are lined up. I mean, I've seen $200, electric Jeeps and stuff like that. People bring, brand new in a box and stuff. It just warms my heart for the little kids and stuff.
Yeah, it's always a good cause when you're doing something for the kids, and that's why we ride 85 miles one way to do that toy run. It's probably 120 to the start of it, and then about 85 back because it actually starts further away, then comes back our direction. So we run about 200 miles for the trip to go do that toy run every year. And I think this year we rolled in with 17 bikes in our group.
I did 2 years ago. I missed it last year. I wanted because right on the border of Wisconsin, Illinois, like I told you. To the east of me is Lake Michigan. I'm right over in that corner there, but I went up into because you asked me, Mike, if I was up by Eau Claire or something like that. I've ever been up in that area, but no, I was just straight north. Can't think of the name of the town, west of Milwaukee stuff. But I did a cancer run for children. Man, that was a good time.
There's a
it was 15 for me and 10 for my wife, to ride and stuff like that. But we threw an extra $150 in at that time. We could afford it, it was a poker run, didn't win none, but it was just general how the community of bikers get together for anything. I don't care if it's Toys for Tots, the cancer for the kids, or homeless people, the vets. I do a lot for the vets. It's just amazing how bikers and stuff come together to take care of all of us because we are an exclusive group. Even though a lot of people shine down on us as criminals or whatever you want to call you or stuff, but you know what I'm saying.
Have any of you guys ever done the flood run or heard of the flood run?
No, but did you do a video on it?
No, this one's in Minnesota. My dad, when he lived up there around Clare and the stuff, he was telling me about it because he actually lived right off the river road. And I don't know a whole lot about it, but he said when they have that river run all day long, all you heard was bikes rolling up the highway all day long. I mean, just hundreds and hundreds. And I think it runs up and down the river road up there. And it's like a 55th annual flood run. If you look up flood run.
Oh, is that off the Mississippi?
Yeah, off the Mississippi.
Yes, there is a big flood run every year stuff. Because a lot of people think the Mississippi is the biggest river here. The biggest river in the U.S. is the Missouri River, which goes that stretch up there. Yeah. But they got a run there too. But yeah, the Mississippi River runs all the way through Minnesota, through Wisconsin, comes down through Galena, Illinois, and stuff. And that's big parties in different towns and stuff. Yeah, that's one I'd like to get a chance to go do and check that out. So I got a lot on my bucket list, and I'm gonna have to get busy. Yeah, we all do. All you guys in the chat rooms listening to stuff like that, keep it in mind stuff. Listen to Mike and stuff. He's always on his shows about different rides and stuff, and keep updated and put it on your calendar. If you can do it great, and come camp out or something, just pitch a little tent or something. Have a good time. Yes, sir. I don't think Dan can get his wife to come hang out with us for Buckhorn, but he might come visit us for the day. She's been once, and she said she wasn't going back. Well, I said I want to buy a GoPro to put on my handlebars to show my wife next to me in her car traveling with me. No, she loves the ride, but Dan's wife likes to ride with me. She just didn't like all the get off. Some of the things you see at that Buckhorn rally you can't unsee. She wasn't real thrilled with.
I honestly feel like Tommy G's trying to get me drunk in June.
Tommy G he did bring shine when he came to visit from Pennsylvania. So
and that's all he keeps talking about is I got this shine, I got this shine, I got okay, buddy. Well, I guess we're getting fucked up in June.
Well, you got till June to save your gut. Build it up. Where we meet at, Tommy? Right, maybe I'll help.
How's your weather down there right now, Outlaw? You're probably still pretty decent, aren't you?
He says I don't drink.
Where's he at?
He's in Australia. He said it's freaking hot right now. Yeah. So yeah, he's gonna shoot over to Scouse's life. Thanks for stopping in, Outlaw.
In Australia, backwards from us, like when we have winter, it's 100 degrees down there, and then
pretty much the sun's over the southern hemisphere.
All right. Yeah, we're 20 below zero, and he's 110 degrees.
Where's Outback at? I believe western side of Australia and north.
I'd love to go there sometime.
If you, I enjoy watching his videos just because some of the scenery is not like anything we have here. I mean, he's riding down roads that look to me like they're clay mud.
Yeah.
What I always say is anything down there can bite you or kill you or something like that.
Roll up the titties and dinky dongs. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff you see at Buckhorn. There's some stuff you can not unsee.
Yeah.
Titties, the old lady titties are flat and they look like pancakes.
They do.
We were at that rally at Urich, however you pronounce it.
Urich.
Yeah, Eric, there was a lady there she was a grandma, and she had just got her nipples pierced. She got out and played topless badminton.
Mm.
And she's a biker grandma, right?
Yeah, she rides her own.
So I already know exactly what they look like, and now I can't unsee it.
Yeah. Well, you want me to tell you some more stories that you can unsee?
I like I said, I used to go to Lake Perry, Kansas every year for the rally out there, and
Yeah.
it's 18 and over. Or, it's the same thing.
They had mud wrestling, and they were supposed to not like they tried to make mud. They ended up making a water pit. They got like 6 inches of water in it, and I don't know if they didn't. They should have taken like a digging bar and stab some holes so the water could settle down into the dirt more and then seep into being mud. But instead, it just set on top. They dug this pit and put water in it, and just set on top. And so they did this mud wrestling, and they were supposed to like stop if somebody's head got under the water for more than a couple seconds or something. And this one gal got out there with a little gal who looked like she was just got done smoking a bowl of crack, and it was the first time the other gal pinned a little crack whore, and then she got mad, so then she went like a monkey on top of her head, got her down the water, and didn't let her up, and you got carried away.
Yeah. Yeah, the 18 and over rallies, they get crazy.
We've really not had much of a problem at the Buckhorn rally, but we've not tried. I just don't think female mud wrestling is going to go over without somebody getting pissed off.
Yeah. Yeah, it can't always be in good fun.
Hey, Mike, not to change subjects. I just thought about it. I've noticed in your videos and stuff, because I need to change, because I got a 2010 Ultra with my shoulders and stuff like that. What handlebars do you have on your bike? Because you got a classic, right? Or an Ultra.
I've got a street glide.
Are they 10 or 12s?
Mine are 12s. And they come up just above the where the bat wing comes out. So they're actually just above that.
How do you like it?
Yeah, the 10s would probably put you almost like even with the top of where the bat wing comes out for the mirrors. 12 puts you up over them, and it's good and bad. I mean, it puts you out in the wind a little more with your hands. So if you ride in the winter, you lose that protection of the wind. But that's why I put on heated grips when I put them on.
Well, I got the Ultras. I got heated grips, but I'm not worried about. I'm looking more for comfort. I want to spend the money and change all that because now I got all these shoulder issues. So I'm looking for something higher. And everyone says higher. I mean, you don't want to go above your shoulder like Apexers because everything goes down. But I saw your bike. They look, it ain't the ones that, go like that and then come down. I'm thinking, are those 10s or 12s? I think about going with 10s.
Yeah, I'm 5.
But I need something that's, and how does it handle? Did it make you feel better riding it though?
Yeah, I'm 5'9". So
So am I. I'm 5'8", 5'9".
So the 12s I've got, I'm pretty much almost dead straight armed out. I mean, almost level with my arms. The only complaint I've got about them is because of the way these are, they come almost straight out at like a 90 to the bike. They don't come back any. So the only thing you have to watch is if you're navigating slow speed in a parking lot where you actually do have to turn the front wheel, like you're trying to get, into park or something like that.
Lock and slow.
You have to reach further out with that, bar being straight out than if it came back to you. So
you need a little more pullback on it, is what you're saying.
Yeah, they don't. The bars I've got, they don't make them with more pullback. But if I was going to do it again, I would look for a 12 with a little bit of pullback. Just a little bit of twist in them. They make these KST bars they make for the road glides now. They're all like adjustable. You can loosen them up and rotate them and change the pullback and all kinds of stuff. And that'd be kind of cool. But I don't think the mount up on the street glides is the same.
Right. Yeah, because when I had my Road King, I went through more handlebars than my wife went through purses and shoes. I just unhappy with each one. I buy another pair. It's like, what? Why do you keep buying handlebars? Well, it got expensive, 100 and something a piece every time. I was like, that's what I wanted. But I never went high. But with the Ultra, you know, I'm happy with the stock, but I need to bring my arms up a little bit. And I'm thinking, I
If you don't
can't
want to
find
go, I
any
would,
between 10 or 12.
yeah, I would go. I would definitely think about the 10s. The 10s, one thing they will do is keep you more behind the bat wing as far as like riding in the rain and the weather. Then
Right.
you get that protection from the bat wing still.
Right.
Mine are up enough that I don't get any protection from the bat wing anymore.
Because I have a lot of arthritis issues besides, you know, shoulder surgery, all that. But even in the summertime, I got heated grips. I'll turn them things on like a 1 just to warm up my knuckles because the arthritis gets stiff and stuff, and then turn it off and ice them and stuff. But you know, I'm not gonna let health issues stop me from riding. But I'm just trying to find a happy medium.
Mine are, I think mine are Burley bars. You can, anybody that's, what's the company? There's
Many companies now, but it's like,
yeah, I'm trying to think. Let me go look. There's a wholesaler that a lot of independent bike shops go through, and that's what these are in that catalog, and you can get them through a lot of independent bike shops a lot cheaper than you would get them from like a dealership, like a Harley.
I mean, just like with your bike and my bike, with the Ultra stuff, it's a lot of work to change handlebars. It ain't like my Road King is like, you know, clamp, off and on. You know, it's like it's a lot of work.
Anybody that's a Biker's Choice dealership dealer, they can get the same bars I've got. The Biker Choice carries these Burley bars. You can get them in 10s or 12s.
Yeah. Because I was 2 years ago, I was in northern Wisconsin, and on my way home, I stopped at Fond du Lac at I can't think of the name of the dealer, Open Road dealer, HD. Used to be Bob's, and they had 2 bikes sitting out there, one with 10 and 12s. And they would take for a ride. I said, well, I'm taking a break because I just rode, you know, I was 9 hours on the road. I took a break, you know, sat in their lounge, took a little cat nap, and they, you know, gave me drinks and stuff. And I sat on them bikes and they were right. I should have, but I did. I said, I was like, and the 10-inch was actually where I thought felt good.
Yeah, I would look at 10 inches.
But, you know, just sitting on something, I need to ride it, you know. I mean, riding around the block don't tell you nothing. You need, you know, 100, 200 miles and see how you feel after that.
Right. Some people get in a certain position, they have like maybe a nerve issue and they get numb or things like that and stuff.
That's my issue.
Yeah. You know, you might look at, if you got a dealership you're friendly with, at any used bikes they take in, tell them to call you if they get any with apes on them, and that they'd let you ride for an hour or two to test them. But, you know, I don't know how your dealerships are there, and if you got anybody to be that friendly with you.
Oh yeah, I got a few that's friendly with me, but right now everything's kind of shut down and this and that. So
Dan's trying to talk April into singing. He wants her to do karaoke. Not drunk. I don't think we're getting music out of her tonight, Dan.
In June.
In June, when we go to the Motovlogger meetup, she'll sing for you.
I'm not 100% sure, but did you put out a video, or maybe it been someone else, that April was looking for handlebars for her bike?
That was at one time. That was right after she wrecked, but we've got handlebars. She's got that bike all back on the road. We ended up buying a set of black handlebars that she wanted black. I found them through JP Cycles, or who'd we get those through?
Because you went to a dealer. It wasn't a dealer. It was a one of your sites or whatever. You went somewhere and had like tons of handlebars.
Yeah, probably Plug Uglies.
Yeah, I think that was it. Yeah.
That's the guys that
you're
came in
just
front of my
feeling
bike.
but still, when you grab a set of handlebars and just the bars you hold in your hand, yeah, it's different than when it's on the bike and this and that and setting it up and.
Yeah, we measured
her. We lost. Where'd he go?
He went to get coffee, I think. We set up a set of bars that a friend gave us on the bike and kind of got a feel for what she would like different, and then measured off that and then ordered a set, you know, to get as close as good. And I think she's pretty happy with it.
What happened? You know what? I got to worry you watch that video. April, I got to ask you, what happened? Wait, you just go off the road on that one?
Am I supposed to?
Yeah, he wants you to tell him what happened, not me.
I mean, this video a little bit about, and you're like, misjudge a curb, or
I somehow in the curve got over too far and got into all kinds of loose gravel and stuff, and I was trying to get it back out. And when I realized that I couldn't get it, it was either I was going to wreck trying to keep continuing to get it, or go towards the grass.
Right.
So I chose to go towards the grass. But by the time I made the decision, it took me right towards the sign, and I hit the sign.
Oh.
She was in that curve where she went off is another highway comes in on the right, and they have a really, really wide apron. The apron for that intersection is 200 feet long. So as she's coming through the curve, she's got all this extra pavement to the right. And I think that's part of why she got a little bit off on her line and got too far over. But that once she got over out of the lane, there was all this pea gravel in that intersection. And so once she got that pea gravel, it was done.
I don't care if you're a wave, Linda. That's my wife, Linda. Say hello, Linda.
Hello.
She was nice to bring me a beer. And I mean, even experienced riders run into that stuff, you know. And you're still riding, though, right, April?
Yeah.
I've got young riders that I've taught and this and that and this like that, and they get a little, you know, fender bender and stuff. Oh, that ain't for me. Well, it ain't for everybody, but you know, but thank God you're okay and stuff, and you know, you're still riding.
Yeah. So Tommy G says he will provide refreshments if April will sing at the Motovlogger meetup in June. And Dan says if we get him drunk enough, if Tommy gets him drunk enough, he'll sing to you. Dan will.
I'm there, Tommy.
I'll never smoke weed with Willie again. Party's all over before it begins. But yeah, in that deal, and I don't think I really talked about it in the video too much, but it took me about 2 minutes to realize she was missing, get turned around, get back to her, and as I'm passing, I've got to turn back around because there's no place to park on the right side of the road, and there's this intersection there where this all happened. So obviously I'm going to hang a U park where I've got shoulder and an intersection to leave my bike. And so as I'm riding by her, she's over in the ditch yelling at me, "I'm okay. I'm okay." And I get my bike parked and I go to check on her, and she gets upset and she's like, she said, "I'm okay. I'm not hurt. And don't think that I'm not going to keep riding."
Great spirit there.
She was more upset about wrecking the bike than she was anything else.
Oh yeah, we've been there. No road rash or nothing, April?
Yeah, I had road rash up and down my left arm.
People think road rash got to be blacktop. No, grass will road rash you.
Well, my jacket that I was wearing went up, and I got it. And then
she got thrown 40 feet off the bike.
Ooh, damn.
She hit the sign. The sign folds down, and then it comes back up, and the bike slings violently around her. And I paced it off, and where she hit in the ditch, where she pulled herself out of the ditch, was about 40 feet from the point of impact with the sign. But what she was saying is that jacket she had on, the sleeve came up, so she had gravel and just the kind of rocks and shit that are in the ditch line, that kind of stuff. So it wasn't terrible road rash, but I'm sure she'll disagree.
Well, I'm sorry to bring up a bad memory. I mean, you see a little bit of video, but it didn't scare you away from riding again.
No. I still have my tendencies to get nervous on things,
yeah.
But I notice things a lot more too. But I am a lot more aware, I think, than
exactly. It's going to make you more aware of your surroundings, and that's what makes you a better biker.
I don't care if it's in the car now. She knows the pea gravel. She knew where we go.
And learn something from. It's like, because once you're out there riding, and I always said, I can teach anybody to ride a motorcycle. Anybody can ride a motorcycle, basically, But to get into a situation and get out of it is a whole different thing, Especially when they get into curves. All right, you got a curve. Okay, low, I get around it. Next one, a lot of people oversteer and go off the road. Or you get into a curve that's a blindside curve, and there's a little gravel, this and that. Next, you know, the front end slides or the back end slides. I can't teach that. I mean, I can, but you can't. It's, I mean,
You have to react.
It happens that quick. It just, before you know it, you're on the ground. You don't know what's happening.
Yeah, we were talking about it right there at the accident scene because we were running the GoPros, and I knew that I went and checked, and her GoPro was still running. So I knew we had footage. I just didn't know what it looked like. And I said, I don't know that we're going to do a video on this because I said some people are going to be mean about it. And they're going to say, oh, you just wrecked. You just made, you just screwed up. You don't know how to ride. And this, that, and we talked about it. And she's like, if I can help one person not go through what I just went through, if putting a video out there helps one person ride better or be more careful or learn something from it, she said it'll be worth it no matter what anybody else says. We had a few comments like that, right. Just like, oh, you fucked up. You just ran off the road. What's the big deal? But then we had a lot of comments that were very positive and thanked us and asked if they could share it. They thought it'd help somebody else. And it wasn't, she owned right away that she made a mistake. She didn't know really why she did it, but she knows she did it. She knows she got too wide in the curve. And a lot of people think it has to do with waving at those other bikers. And if you watch the whole footage like I did, she's coming down through a straight stretch. And when she came out of the turn before that, she was in her line where she needed. And from the time she came out of that curve, that whole straightaway, she was inching toward the shoulder a little by little before she ever passed those bikers and waved. I don't know if she waved and took her hand off the handlebar, if that made any difference at all. I can't say for sure, but she was already, I think she was watching the white line on the right, and it ended because of that apron. And so I think she was watching that instead of watching her pacing herself off the center line. Right. So I think that's why she got too far wide.
Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it wasn't. But Mike, and April, now too. I mean, it's just a split second. Taking your eye off that line. When I ride, if I'm doing some deep cornering, I don't care what's coming at me. I'm watching stuff like that. But my corner is in and out or out and in, depending on the corner. But if you take, just a split second off that line, that bike is moved that much. And you're going 60 miles an hour. That's a lot of feet.
Yeah.
And April, I'm not saying nothing against you. I'm just talking bikers in general.
Right. Yeah. And
I'm just saying because there's a lot of videos out there. Like I said, I don't bring other people's video, but MC Ryder, he preaches that stuff. He stuff like that. And what's his name down in Florida? I got his video stuff. The motor cop. He teaches that. But you know what? You can watch YouTube videos all day long and think you can get on a bike and you're a professional rider. I'm gonna say hell no. I want to say the F word. Hell no. It's practice. It's experience. It takes time.
Well, and you don't know it. It's your decision. You're the one in that moment. You've got to make the decision. Nobody else can for you. So you've got to make the decision you're happy with, not
right.
And they can criticize all they want. I made the decision I felt was right, and that was my choice. So. And
you did the right move. Yeah, I wasn't there. I can't criticize you. I wasn't there.
Right. There were people who commented stuff like, "Oh, she needs to take a basic rider's course." I'm like, "What makes you think she has it? She
had a deer.
Top of her class.
I didn't steer around a deer. You don't know the situation."
She actually took the BRC class, and she had high score on the written test of the class, and she had high score on the riding part of the class. And there was a guy in the class that already had his motorcycle license. They'd been riding for years. That took it as a refresher, and she beat him on the riding portion. So,
Mike, I laugh at you because my daughter did the same thing at 16 years old, and she got her M license at 16 because M license actually 18 in Illinois, but if you take the motorcycle course, and she outbeat all of us. I took second place because my wife was supposed to go, but she was sick and ill. I said, well, I'll take that place. I already had my license for 30 years. The only reason I took second place was I missed a question on written tests about. It was a drinking question. What affects your mind, reaction or whatever, stuff like that. Like, oh, my daughter just tore them all up.
Yeah, and and people on the internet, everybody's a backseat driver. Everybody's got a comment, and that's okay. That's
Exactly. I don't mind comments, but don't say, well, you could have turned, you could have done this and that. You know what? You weren't there.
right. And what was really made it worthwhile, I think, for April, and it kind of struck her is we were at Eureka Springs for Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue at a Mexican restaurant where they were. The Armory one also happened to be there and had to meet up with his fans and stuff. And it just happened to be we were downtown. We were trying to get in the cat house, and it was full. So we went to the Mexican restaurant to eat.
Oh, you went across the street. I saw that video.
Yeah, well, somebody came up to us.
Yeah.
Yeah, that guy came up to us, Buck Champ, and he came up to April and was like thanking her for making the video, and that in person, and told her he really appreciated her putting herself out there, knowing that people were going to be critical of her and stuff. And that really kind of makes it worthwhile to have that personal interaction with someone as well that, that is willing to say that to you face to face and thank you for, the work you do and creating a video and sharing something like this to try and help others.
Yeah, I remember that video. I couldn't remember if it was yours. It had to have been yours. Hold on. Excuse me, people. Sorry. Yeah, I'm sure it's yours. You couldn't get into the cat house. Or maybe it was one of your ones.
Yeah.
And you guys went across the street. It had to have been yours.
Yeah, we did a live stream from across the street at one night. We did end up getting into the cat house on Saturday night for a little while. But they didn't have a live
because I did see Adam's video. Of course, he gets an apartment upstairs all the time, but
right. But they didn't have any live music on Saturday night when we were there. They were doing a mechanical bull and stuff, and it was okay, but it was not as good as it was last year.
Yeah.
But everything in 2020 has been kind of a shitstorm.
It's been a can't say what I want to say. It's been a screwed up year for everybody. The bikers, this and that, rallies, this and that. Some had some hadn't. Even just this is probably I had a good Thanksgiving. And I hope you all did too, and everybody in the chat room did too. But it's like me and my wife. I couldn't go here. I couldn't go there. I'd like to go. I should be in South Carolina and having Thanksgiving with my mom and stuff. I couldn't go.
Hi, Brenda. If you're listening, Mrs. Ozark HD Riders is on, and Tommy G's dropping out. He's out. So thanks for coming in. I think we'll probably end this pretty soon.
Tommy G that in June I'll sing for him.
She's gonna sing for you in June, Tommy. But yeah, we've been 2 hours. I think we're going to take it easy tonight, not do the 3-hour thing. And I appreciate everybody stopping by. I hope you've enjoyed hanging out and chit-chatting and stuff, having a drink and just chilling.
Thank you for inviting me in on your webcam and reading the comments and stuff like that. And hopefully we'll all get together again.
We will. And, Dan on Ozark HD Riders, he's not too far from me. So I know we're going to meet up. I don't know if we'll get a chance to hang out before the end of the year with everything going on and it being wintertime, but you'll definitely see me and him doing more collaboration videos and stuff next year.
So, Mike, if that video comes out with your microphone thing and stuff like that,
yeah,
I'm sorry I got it early. I don't know how I did, but I did.
No, that's cool. I just don't know how you got it. That's a YouTube screw up. And I appreciate the feedback. That's exactly how I felt, after reviewing the video, and listen to the different audio. For those that haven't heard, I've got a mic test video coming out where I was testing a new microphone for studio type videos in the shop this winter and stuff. And I was pretty impressed with the wireless mic system, especially the fact that you can go 200 feet.
It sounded good and stuff. The Sony was good too. You had one that was real high pitched, but that little cheap $11 one had a hiss to it. I could hear it all through it.
Yep.
But I don't know. I came home from our friend's house and sat there watching YouTube stuff, and it showed. I went on your channel and it said updated like 2 hours ago or something like that, or whatever. It was yesterday, but I said, I'll watch that, and that's why I saw it. Because I like your little squirrel legs running up the driveway
Yeah.
at 300 miles an hour.
Yeah. My daughter thought that was funny when I put it in, I think 800 speed.
Yeah. I said, man, those little legs run fast.
That's not the only time you go see me moving that fast. Somebody asked me, I can't remember what they asked me. They had something to do with exercise, and I said, do I look like the kind of guy that does that?
Yeah, same thing here. All right, guys, I'll let you all go and stuff, and everybody have a good night and have a good, safe weekend.
You too, Greg. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Happy Thanksgiving. I do have a couple of videos lined out and ready to be published, so there'll be
And we'll all be
at least
watching
2
them,
videos
and
a week for a couple of weeks.
hopefully I can be invited again for another live one.
Yeah, it'll probably be a couple of weeks before we do a live one because I'll have my daughter next weekend and she'll have her daughter, but we will definitely do
You're
at least.
actually the first one. All the ones I watch, even live ones, there's no invitation as far as a webcam or stuff. So this is like the first one I've, and that's the reason I text you and stuff. I was like, well, how do I go to it? I got to have Zoom. I got to have this or that. And you're like, no, I'll put something link, and it worked.
Yeah, StreamYard's pretty easy. That's one reason I like it. And basically, you just got to figure that audio out for that echo, and then you're good to go.
Yep, and I did. It took me a little time, but
That's all right. Now you'll know next time exactly what you need to do.
yep, do too.
All right, guys. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining the stream. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
And talk to you soon. Good night.
Good night.